seed to bloom, it has to be in the dark soil.
That you've been with us, and see you next Monday. Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to Mr. JP channel. Another, what? I thought I heard myself. Alright, I did. Another Sunday. We had a pause. I had COVID. I'm okay now. It was nothing major. Just a little bit of coughing left, but that will go by. And it's a test tonight for future events, how much coughing will be going on, but I'm planning on 0. So, with me tonight, our guest is Narendra. How do you say your last name so I pronounce it correct?
Just like sing, you have to sing a song, so it says sing.
All right, Narendra Singh is with us. I don't know the man. Originally from India, and everything else, most of the things he will say it from himself. So, welcome. Do you want to say anything before we start?
Yeah, thanks for having me here, and yeah, I hope we will really enjoy our conversation here.
We will. All right, let's get into it. Right. So no wasting time. All right, tell us, Narendra. You grew up in India, so being a teenager there, how was life for you? Like what worked, what didn't work?
Okay. So, well, I would say like my childhood was average. It was not that great and not that bad, because when I was 4, I left my parents and I moved with my grandparents to another city, because I moved to Kota, which is like the educational hub of India. I moved there for my education. So I was away from my parents. So this was one of the things that I don't like about my childhood. But apart from that, I was very serious and studious guy. And I was always dedicating my time to studies, and always passionate about just to study, and don't play, don't enjoy yourself, and very like conservative thinking about study. So I spent my childhood just to getting first position in my class, and that was it. And when I was like in 5th standard, then I moved to a boarding school where I have to live with 23 other guys in a big dormitory, in a student dormitory. And we have to share some common toilets, very limited toilets and bathrooms. So I learned how to live with minimum things, with minimum requirements. And I will say like I struggle during this time, but because of this struggle, I'm thankful that now I can face any challenges in my life and I can tackle them very easily.
All right, but
this
first,
is what I would say.
Yeah, okay, awesome. I mean, because I have no idea how it's growing up in India, and then I have no idea, because I heard that from couple of people like that at a very young age they went to live with either their grandparents or away from the parents. So just to get better education, right? In your case, you said it.
Yes.
But still, how it was for you that you couldn't spend time with mom and dad, and how did you organize then that? Did they come on the weekends, or did you see them once per year?
Well, I used to go during my summer vacations for 1-2 months over there, but it was not that frequent. Like I was with my grandparents, and they were like, we were talking by letters at that time, and then from telephone, and they were just make sure that I'm good, and that was it. But it was like only during summer vacations, basically. So I used to see them once a year or something like that, but not more. And now I'm too away from them, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt me because I used to it from my childhood, that I'm living away from my parents. So I think this as well in a positive way, that okay.
All right. Yeah, it has an impact. Yeah, it has an impact that you're now totally independent and okay being away from them.
Yeah, this is true. And now I like to be alone, and I take my decision by myself, and I don't need their interruption.
All right, so you used it in your advantage. But how it was being raised by grandparents? You know, would you say that would you be raised the same way if your parents would be raising you alone, or were that more conservative, or did you just take on studying so hard that?
I think that time I was not able to judge it, whether I am raised in a good way or bad way. But I would still say, like, it would be better if I would stay with my parents, would have stayed with my parents. And I think then I could do more drama in childhood, or I can be more like what I want, and I could put all my wishes in front of them. But I think with my grandparents, I was not that open in the beginning, or let's say I was really missing my own village, my own people over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a mixed thing, I would say, but at the end it helped me in my education, and this is important. So I'm just thankful to them. At least they took me there and I studied there. So this is
Yeah.
what I can say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really nice that you said that you're being thankful, and because we cannot imagine, you know, I don't imagine here that we're taken away from my parents to be living with my grandparents because they, let's say, live in Ljubljana and there are better schools than here, and you know, but most people do that when they're at high school, you know, when you go,
Yeah.
not at the grammar school. All right, so being there, studying that, and being the top of your class, always being first, yeah.
Yeah, I always tried, and yeah, many times I was on the top till certain time, and then
Okay.
after that it was like started declining for a while, and then I again managed it. So till 10th standard of my schooling, till ninth, I was always topper of my class from childhood, from my kindergarten. And after that, yeah, it was a little bit of fluctuation, I would say. So yeah,
Hey, why?
I don't know, maybe I was just growing up as a teenager and
Yeah.
attracted towards girls. Maybe this
Yeah,
could be a reason.
definitely,
Or maybe I
definitely.
was feeling tortured by, like, I don't know, with my grandparents to study a lot, and at some point maybe I started hating my studies. This could be another reason. So these were the two reasons, I think, but
How old
not
were you
anything
at that
else.
time? Because when you say 10th grade, I don't know what that means by age.
So I was like 16, 17 years old. Yeah.
And that is also the time when you went to the boarding school.
I went to boarding school when I was in fifth standard. That means I was 11 years old or something like that. Yeah. 10, 11 years old. Yeah.
All right, and from then on, you were living in boarding school, or
Yes, yes, yes.
all right?
From that time, I'm living alone. So, yeah,
Damn.
kind of alone.
Okay,
You are
cannot
never
imagine.
alone in India. You are never alone in India because we have such a huge population, but
Yeah.
still I was alone without my parents.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I cannot imagine. You know what I mean? I can imagine, but don't have the experience of it.
Yeah, of course.
And then tell me how it is being 11 years old and then share your bedroom with 23 other boys and go to school and study a lot while they want to play. How did those motions go?
Well, like, I was in a boarding school, which is like known for its education. It's a well-known school in India, and people are really trying to go in that school. So I was really feeling proud at that time that I was selected for this school, because then the central government is paying for my expenses, for my education, for my accommodation, for my food and everything. So it was a proud moment for all of my family, and I was also feeling good about it. It's not wrong, and I just learned how to compromise and how to live with minimal things, with minimal expectations. So I'm really thankful to that period. I mean, it doesn't sound that good, but I learned a lot of things from that, and I can survive anywhere. So this is what I can say.
All right, so you didn't have a lot and you get
Yeah, I
it.
was just like sharing it. In the beginning, it was a trouble. I don't know how to wash my clothes and how to, I don't know, so many things, but I just learned by looking at other people, how they are doing, how to manage with 23, 24 people. And when you can, like, when you have more time to do the things, and when you don't have time, when you have to do homework, when you have to eat, everything was like pretty much fixed, but I got to know some tricks and tips how to find a space out of the crowd, how to do some things. So it was good experience, I would say. Quite challenging, but good.
Yeah, I can imagine because cannot imagine at the age of 11, 12, I'm washing my own clothes, and stuff like that. I did learn at home. They teach me all these home things to do, vacuum and iron and stuff like that, and washing clothes on on a washing machine, not by hand.
Yeah, but I was doing by hands. And I'm good at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope you will never need to use it again, but in case we are in trouble, we'll know where to come, who to call to teach us. All right, awesome. And then, how do you then pick schools, right, in India? Just tell me that. Like, then you already, for the high school, you say it's like a broad school, like gymnasium, or it's like a fixed on technical schools?
Okay. So we have like common schooling till 10th standard. And then we have like basically 3 streams like arts, commerce, mathematics, or biology. So one is like related to science, one is related to arts, like history, geography, political, and all this stuff. And one is commerce, that is related to business. So we basically have these 3 streams, and people have to choose one of them.
All right. Which one did you choose?
So I choose mathematics and science.
Why?
Because I wanted to be an engineer, mechanical engineer. So
why did you want to be a mechanical engineer?
Because I was always fascinated by cars, and one of my uncles is also a mechanical engineer, and I know many of my, like the friends of my grandparents, they are like their son and their daughters are also mechanical engineers. So it's an evergreen subject. And it's like more practical because you don't see electricity. If you're an electrical engineer, if you're an electrical engineer, you don't see electricity, how it's running behind and all. But in mechanical, it's more easy to visualize the things like this is the car, this is the engine, this is the crankshaft, camshaft, and all the stuff, So it's more visual and it's more, I don't know, like mechanics is more like understandable by me easily. So I choose mechanical engineering. Yeah.
All right. So it was kind of influenced by your relatives who were doing it?
By the surroundings. And like, they told me like this is good, and I couldn't decide much, and I just believed them. Yeah, why would they say something wrong to me? So I just took mechanical engineering. Yeah.
But did you like it on? Because it doesn't sound like that you pick it up from out of the passion, like, oh, this is it, this is what I want to do. It kind of came from outwards.
I was always interested in physics and mechanics, so I would say it's both. Like I was always interested in mechanics and cars especially, so that's what I choose it, and I really enjoyed it. Like I studied, I enjoyed it. Some of the subjects you like, some of the subjects you don't like. This is like very natural thing, normal thing. So I enjoyed most of the subjects like which are related to cars and automobile sector, but I don't like some theoretical subject as well, because you have to mug up so many things and remember so many numbers which you just forget after few days or something.
Yeah. Yeah, but how did you cope, right? This is like the one of the things that teenagers often ask. How to study what you don't like? Where did you find, like, I don't know, motivation, inspiration, the will to do it?
This is just my personal opinion, and I would say like being an Indian, we really don't have that many choices and opportunities like European people get here, or European kids get here, teenagers get here. So my suggestion is like, people say they'll do what you like, but I say like maybe I'm just messing up, but I just say like what you have, you have to accept that, and you should appreciate it. You have to love that only. So being a mechanical engineer, I didn't like many subjects, but I know because they're important for me at some point in my life. So I just have to study them. I have to accept them. I have to appreciate them.
All right, cool.
So just like what you do.
Yeah.
Do what you like. They both are same thing for me, I think.
Oh, but
so what
awesome.
I have to I have to like it. That's it. It's a very simple thing. I have to study mechanical engineering, means I have to like all the subjects to get good grades. So I don't want to say, I don't want to recommend that you just follow your passion. Sometimes you just have one opportunity and you should grab it, and you should respect it and appreciate it, what you have in life, because many people even don't have this opportunity what you have at the moment. So
Yeah.
that's all I can say.
Yeah, got it. And then really well said. I never saw it. Yeah, just take it, appreciate it, and be grateful for it. And it's part of the journey, even though if you don't like that subject, but it's part
Yes,
of this school
sometimes.
that you wanna enter.
Because like I studied mechanical engineering my bachelor's, then in my master it was mechatronics, like mechanical plus electronics, because I was fascinated by electric cars then, because Tesla was booming in 2016, and I thought maybe it's a good idea. And other factors were like Austria is really a great country, and I really enjoyed being there. So I got this course there, and I really enjoyed this course as well. But then I have to study mechatronics and electronics, which I never studied. I have to start from the beginning. But it doesn't mean that I will not like it. I just respect it. Like, this is a good subject. I have a good opportunity to come to Europe, and I just started learning everything. And if you are curious, if you have questions, if you are interested in something, then it's really good. If you are not interested in something, then ask some questions and be curious about that thing, and it will automatically make you interested in this subject, or it will automatically make you curious.
Amazing, well said.
All you need is curiosity. All you need is some questions. If I don't have any questions for you, I will never know you. But if I have some questions for you, then only I will get to know you. So it's just in our brain that I like this, I don't like this. This is just in our brain. We just have to respect everything and be curious to everything. So then we can know, and we can have interest in any single direction. In everything we can have interest if we have questions. So I studied mechatronics, and now in my PhD, I'm studying biomechanics. So I have to study biology now. I never thought in my life that I will study that, but I just appreciate what I have, and I'm happy about it.
All right, what a journey. So and you put it so well. No, you said it quickly, but we will go more into it. But you put it really well. So one thing is appreciate and accept what you don't like. If you're doing something that you like, there are always some parts you don't like. Just like
Yes,
when you go to work, you can have a dream job, and part of that dream job will be some task that you don't want to do or you don't like to do, but you do it because it's part of the big thing. And second thing you said amazingly was like, just be curious about it. It's easy to be I don't like it, but when you put your mind to it in a way of like, hey, what is this? What is that? Being curious about it, it will make you interested, and then it's just like, awesome.
I mean,
it's really
when I was in Magna,
say it.
So when I was in Austria, I wanted to work in Magna, which is the biggest company in Austria in terms of automobile sector. They are manufacturing BMW, Audi, and Mercedes-Benz, all these cars. So I was I was the only master student there, doing master thesis over there. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm on the top of, and like Magna, I'm top of the Austria, and I'm really doing my best. I got my master thesis in Magna Steyr, which is like really the biggest company in Austria. It's the Fortune 500 company. And I will work with the BMW, Audi, Mercedes, wow. But at that point, even I don't like some things over there. I mean, I don't want to mention it here, but it's not like you like everything and you got everything. Nobody's perfect. So you have to appreciate people. You should appreciate your job. You should appreciate your work, and then you will enjoy everything. It's just inside you that's stopping you something. Maybe this ego or your interest, I don't know what it is, but this is inside you. If you change your thinking, your mentality, you can start liking every single thing you have. So I would say like this.
True that. All right, let's get a little bit back. So you said when your grades were dropping a little bit, it was many influence, and as a growing up, as a boy, as a teenager, right? And then girls start to come in. So how did you face this? Yeah, how did you face this area as a teenager, right? Because there is a lot of this like self-image and self-confidence or not self-confidence while growing up as a teenager, and your body starts, the body hair start growing and it starts changing, right? And you start something, and then there are girls and you want to be with them, you don't know how to do all awkwardness. So how did you dealt with this area?
I don't know. I think I couldn't deal good with that area, and that's why I was like trying to focus on my studies. And then I was also like deviated by girls, but I was also studying, so it was like in between. So I couldn't give my 100% to my studies, or when I'm paying attention to girls, then I was thinking like, okay, I'm destroying my career, or I'm not studying well. So I was like in between for 2-3 years. It was so confusing for me to what to do, what not to do, and that's why I was like a little bit mentally unstable, like not like mentally, but I was not sure what to do. And this is where, like, I mean, I think it's pretty much normal to many boys, but I don't know, like you just feel this, but you couldn't focus. You're not sure what to do, what not to do. So yeah, I was really confused, and that's why I couldn't do good in both the ways. I couldn't find someone, or I couldn't study well. Like, it was like in between. I was like stepping back in all the ways, in both the ways, I would say. So
Yeah, I
it was
never
just in
thought
my
about
head.
it. Yeah, but I never thought about it that way. But it is like that because I think could say it was similar for me when you started seeing girls, then you're like, oh, I need I need to study. Then you
Yes,
think
yes.
about her, and then time flies. And, oh no, study. Oh man, oh shit, I didn't learn. How will I pass the exam? And then you go all nervous to school and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yes.
So yeah.
But it's big, like big thing in your mind that is going on, and I
Yeah.
think this is how it is. But after I came to engineering, I make sure like I will not listen to anyone, not my grandparents, not my parents. I will do what I like. And then I started growing up again. Like, I started boosting my career in a nicer way. And yeah, so
So when
then
you
I
went to the
again,
university, or was that
yeah, when I
already?
went to university, then like in my 12th, I didn't have that much marks. Like, I was not very, my grandparents were not satisfied with my grades. And they said like, okay, now you are like totally spoiled, and we will not control you or guide you anymore. You do what you want. And then I was like a little bit free bird, and I was like deciding and taking decision by myself. And then it proved to be a nice thing to me. Like, I was capable of doing everything by myself, and I started taking decision by myself. And slowly I, progress in a nice way. And yeah, so
Which
then
is,
masters, and then PhD, and job
uh,
here.
but which is a really funny thing is that this is what most people are afraid to do with their kids. So most people are afraid to let the kids go and says, all right, you choose what you want to do. It's your life. You will be responsible for it. It's like,
Because according to their
right?
point of view, it was the end of my career. They thought I cannot do any better. And this
Okay.
is where I started. So
So yeah, their point of view was like your grades were low. All right, he's done.
yeah, like
Uh,
he's just spoiled by the girls, or I don't know, by his own thoughts and something, and he will not do any better. So just leave him what he's doing. And then I started taking my own decision and started following my own thing. Like, I was always passionate to go and work in Europe. Like, when I was doing my engineering, I went to Russia for an exchange. Like, it's ISEC, it's an organization. So I went for 1.5 months, and I see like how the things are there and how beautiful Europe is in general. And then I was really passionate about it, that I have to go outside India and study there and work there. So I was really fascinating about it, and now I achieved it. I'm really thankful to God and thankful to everyone who helped me in this way, and I'm really happy what I have.
Amazing.
Like, I'm normal guy. I'm nothing special. Like, many people are doing PhD, and many people are working in Slovenia. I'm one of the Indians who is here, but just like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know
I'm
how
here.
many Indians are here. You will tell us in a bit. One more
Yeah.
thing. So, question about university, which is one of the biggest questions when you're being like 18 years old, at least here in Slovenia, right? For you, it was really simple, or it was not? Did
Yeah, it was
you?
very simple.
It
Yeah.
was very simple, right? You went. I
Yeah.
want to mechanical
It's very
engineering.
simple for
Here I
every
go.
Indian.
Yeah, and then you said, all right. So studying there, why did you how this exchange goes, right? Because we see many Indians around the world, and I never knew who gives you that. How is that organized? Is that organized by Indian government that you can go out and, or you need to organize on your own? How does that work?
We have to organize by our own self, and it's like more about connections. Like I am here, so I can tell at least people who studied in my college, in my engineering college, university. So I can tell them it's good or bad, or this is how it works. But we have to organize it by our own, and we have to decide the country. So most of the Indians are going to UK, Australia, America, English-speaking countries. But I decided not to go there because you are outside India, but you are still in India, because in your class, 50% students are from India. So you don't feel like you are doing something different. So that's what I choose to. Either I had like 3-4 options in Europe, like Austria, Czech Republic, UK, and Italy. But I chose Austria because I think it is better. In my opinion, it's more beautiful, and the education is also good and cheap. So.
But you said before that you went to Russia, or not?
Yeah.
So how come?
For 1.5 months.
Why
It was just an
Russia?
exchange.
All right.
It was just an exchange, like through ISEC. They send people to do cultural exchange and just see a different world. So I don't know, like most of the people are just going there because we have a good collaboration, and there are not many opportunities in Europe, but there are many opportunities in Russia. So I went to St. Petersburg, and it was a really great experience. Like I was there during the summertime, white nights. So it was really great experience. And that's how I thought, like, maybe it's good if I moved outside, and I was sure after that I will move. Then I decided to do masters
awesome.
here.
I never been to Russia, so I don't know how Saint Petersburg looks like, only by pictures, or Google.
Yeah, it's really beautiful city. It's really beautiful city.
Yeah, it's quite European, if I
It's
remember.
quite European city. Yeah. So I was really like fascinating by this city, and I would love to go there again if I have a chance.
Well, you will make one. You will make one. If you
Yeah, of
came all the
course.
way from India to here, I'm sure you can go to St. Petersburg again. Hey, so you went to Austria on your master studies.
Yes.
So how does that look like? So you finish your bachelor, and then when you're applying for masters, you look all over Europe,
Yeah.
and then you say, I want to go here, and you apply, and they just take you. Is that easy, or you need to prove with your grade something that they take you in?
Yes. Like I applied to many countries. Like I said, like I was accepted in Czech Republic, in Italy, in UK, and in Austria. But I chose Austria because this course is about electric vehicles, and the education is also cheap in Austria. But I have to face we have to do some exams about English language, like international English language testing system. So you need to have like some grades on the, like more than 6 bands in this exam. It's called IELTS exam. So we have to pass this exam, and then I had a personal interview, and I have to send my motivation letter, my CV, my grades, and everything. And then they conducted this personal interview, and on the behalf of that, they chose me.
All
So there
right.
were only 20 students in my class, or 18, something like that.
So how was it then for you moving from India to Austria, but not for 1.5 months exchange, but like for
Yeah,
2 or 3 years?
it
How long
was
the masters is?
it was quite bad than what I was expecting, because when I went there, it was November, 8th of November, and it's like snowing, and it's like nobody's on the streets, just cars, and it was kind of depressive for me. Nobody was out. I cannot talk, I cannot discuss the things. And in India, it's very normal. You don't know anything, you just ask people. You don't need even navigation. Nobody uses Google there. Just ask people like, where is this, where is that. So it was kind of depressive in the beginning for me. And at some point I thought maybe I should go back, because I really don't like it. No sun. It's like quite depressive for me. It was a very small town, Filak, which is not so far from Slovenia.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know the town. That's what I meant.
yeah. So I mean, it's a small town with a population of 60,000 people. So it's not any like big town or something. So I was like quite depressive, and like in India we have like 1 hour of lectures, not more than 1 hour, and in Austria it's like 3 hours, 4 hours continue lecture. So in the beginning I started sleeping in the class, like, okay, I cannot focus anymore, and something like this. And my grades were not that good, so I thought maybe I should go back. But when summer came, everything changed. Like people are out, and it's so happening, so beautiful. And I thought, okay, now even if I don't like it in the beginning, I didn't like it because I didn't know many people, and then I started liking it. I started appreciating it, and then I thought, okay, my grades were not that good in the first year. Then I decided to repeat my year, and after that, my grades were really good, and I just know what to do and how to find internships, jobs, and everything. And I was really good after that. So you need some time in the beginning. You might adjust some things, but after that, it's not that hard. I mean, and then after that, I was like really liking it, and I know how to. I adapted some European stuff, how to live, how to talk here, and all the stuff. And I'm still improving myself. I hope, learning a few more European things.
Yeah, awesome. You know what I want to ask you? So I didn't catch it. So when you came study here, um,
Mhm.
you need to finance that all by yourself, or you get some funds from the Indian government or
No, no,
from.
no. My family financed it for me.
All right.
So they booked my tickets, they paid for my tuition fee, for my accommodation, and they used to send every month some amount of money to me for 1 year until I didn't get any internship or job. And then after that, I found some internships in Austria, and I was capable of like living by my own. So yeah, they
But
helped me a lot.
yeah, just tell me, how big is that for India? The expenses here, regards
They're
to.
quite expensive. Like it's huge expense. Like it could be a salary or whole salary of someone like a good engineer or something. It is a big expense, but fortunately they helped me. They managed to do it, and I'm thankful to them for that. But it was quite expensive, so I was like, still I'm like being like, still I'm working now, but still I have this concern. Like sometimes I compare like how much it costs here and how much it costs in India. So this money stuff is still there,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like huge difference. It's a huge difference. Like in India, we can eat in, I don't know, 1 or 2 euros quite well, like more than enough. But here, I think sometimes even you pay 10, 12 euros, you're not satisfied or
Nope. Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
You can get a tea there in 20 cents, but I'm not sure how much you have to pay here for a coffee or tea. So it's a huge difference, really,
Mm,
in terms of price and living standards. So
yeah. So it's really how, what do I wanna? So there is a huge gap, right? So you come here, not only the prices are, but then the snow, no people. So how did you manage in your mind, right, to keep on staying here, even though first couple of months were like, you said it. It was like, I want to go
yeah,
back.
yeah, it
It
was
was a
quite
disaster.
bad.
So what kept you here? What was the motivation, the willpower?
I don't know. I thought just I took this decision, and if I go back, then it's like, I don't know. It nobody will appreciate it in
Mm-hmm.
my family or someone. And it's a big country. It's a nice country. I mean, very rich country, nice country. And if I just get used to it. Like after summer, I thought like, okay, I should work hard in summer, in winter, and I can enjoy the summer.
All
So I
right.
was just, I explained myself like, okay, I have this opportunity. Only 5 or I think 1 or 2% people in their life can see this snow. Only
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2% people in their life, and I am one of them. I'm so lucky. I just started appreciating myself. Austria is the richest country, one of the richest country in the world, and it's so beautiful, and things will be better. I will get some internships, some jobs, and yeah. So I just appreciating like what I have.
Yeah.
So this is how I changed my mind, because if I go back, then I will like, everybody will call me a loser, and this is not good. Like many people study in
Mm-hmm.
Austria and they manage it, they successfully finish it, they find a job in Austria and they are happily living there. So why not me? So it's all about motivating yourself and think positive what you have. So that's what I did.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. You have the opportunity now. It was up to you whether you grab it or not, and there will always be circumstances that you might like or might not like them,
Yeah, yeah.
and you can be run by circumstances or by what you say how your life's gonna go. So, looking internships, where did you get the internships?
I work in Hispano Suiza. And
I don't know what's that.
it's Hispano means Spanish and Switzer means Switzerland. So it's a automaker. So they make car that cost like 2.2 million euros. So one of the most expensive cars in the world, one of the, not the. So
how did you
so I
get
worked,
the internship there? You just applied and you get it, or how, you know, because I don't know, maybe just it's because I never looked for jobs like that, but in Slovenia I don't know if I could get
yeah.
internship.
Well,
for
it
that
was
company.
it was quite hard for me to find an internship because I was not speaking German at that time. And I don't. They came to our university for some reason, but I missed that. Like event, and then I went to this company, and I asked them like, I want to do my internship here, and they said like, we don't have an internship at the moment, but you can come later, and then maybe you can come after 2-3 months. And I went again to this company and asked, do you still have an internship? And then they said, okay, you look very curious about it, or you really want to work here, or maybe you need an internship in this direction, so we will create a position for you. And that's how they asked me to do some stuff like design some part of the car and bring it to them, and then do some 3D printing and all. And then they said, okay, we can create this opportunity for you. And then I was working there, and I was working under one of my professors as a research assistant there as well. So I was doing 2 internships at the same time, and I'm so lucky that people don't have one, but I was doing 2. So it was okay.
It's brilliant what you're saying, because it's exactly what I also say to the young ones, or to anybody basically. If the job doesn't exist, you can always go and ask, or you can create it like you did,
Yeah,
right? You were just
this is
being persuasive, and you said, hey, I want to work there, here I am, do you have anything
yeah.
free? And, yeah.
If I don't ask them, then this job is already canceled for me. So why not I just go and ask? And even if it's no problem. I'm not asking, then it's still no. So I just thought, why not go and ask them? And they thought maybe I'm a very serious guy, so they just created for me. It was not their plan, but they just created for me, and I'm really thankful. It helped me to get the like my master thesis in Magna Steyr then, because they are connected, or because they both are automakers. So
Damn, and then
yeah.
you said you needed to draw some part of the car and then make it on 3D printer? 3D
Yes,
print.
yes. 3D printing. Yeah, I'm very interested in 3D printing. So yeah,
Why?
it's like a new requirement nowadays.
Yeah, I know that it is, but now
Quite
you
cool.
take me in, right? I'm a guy who just knows 3D printing exists. It's very good thing. I know they are doing also lungs or something with 3D printer now. That
They can do anything, yeah.
anything, yeah. But now you tell me, from mechanical engineer or bioengineer or mechatronic expert, why 3D printing is the future, or it's already the present? I don't know how much is already out there.
Because the mechanical machines, we need to put so much efforts, like in casting the engine, or I don't know, if you do something mechanically, you have to like grind it, polish it, and all the stuff. With the 3D printing, it's like a plastic wire we have, and we just like melt it, and then it draws automatically. Like I can draw a glass very quickly, and it will just draw it exactly in the shape and very smooth. And there are so many complicated things that we cannot do with the machines, but we can easily do it with this 3D printing machine, because it's very accurate and precise where it has to turn, where it has to give some curves and shapes, and like it's very easy and fast technique, I would say. And so this is how it is, the future, I would say. And it's using a lot in all the companies, all the mechanical companies, they're using it.
Yeah, and I think it will be more and more used.
Yes, of course. Like maybe just like a desktop. Sometimes maybe everybody will have a 3D printer at home. They can print their own glasses, or I don't know, some toys and anything.
And how much would that be expensive for us if I would buy a 3D printer now and I wanted to do this?
Oh, now they are quite cheap. Like you can buy one from 600 euros to 7,000 euros. It varies a lot, but you can get the cheapest one in 600 euros even. So.
And how good is it?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I would say you should go for at least 1,000 euros to 1,200 euros, but 600 is still manageable.
Okay. Man, the cough. All right, so I maybe, I'll buy a 3D printer and make a new trachea and then just put it out and put a new one in, and we're good to go. And then I'll put it out there. That's how you deal with COVID. You just put your...
Yeah, new lungs. We'll bring new lungs then, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine people changing their own... Oh, I need new lungs. Zip it up.
It will still need some time to do like this.
Yeah.
We hope for that.
Yeah. All right. So working in a company that is making cars for 2.2 million, right? What did you learn there? I don't know, for life or for your profession, because that's not a regular job. It's quite extraordinary, I would say.
No, but my job was quite simple there. Like they were not doing that much because the design was done already was there. So my job was like to check some small parts out of car, like they are not made for this car, but like normal parts which can be used in every single car. So like, what about the gears? What about the braking system or engine parts? And maybe I have to do the 3D scanning of the parts so I can make a better design out of it and modify it. So, and do some kind of simulations about their design and such stuff. But it was just the beginning. Like I was just learning things over there. I learned a new software there, and this is it. But it was like, I worked there for 6-7 months, and I was just getting to know some new softwares which are using in this area and so on. So I won't say I do something specifically, but I was like started knowing some things which are important to me, and I was just doing basic examples, and they were just helping with basic examples and not putting me into this car because this is a 2.2 million euro project and they cannot risk it with an intern. So
yeah, I mean, but did you saw it? Why is it 2.2 million euros? What's so special about it?
Because I mean, in general, I should not talk, but it has Lamborghini engine and a very specific design, and the seats, the interior is so good. The leather is from Slovenia, they imported, and the design is really awesome. I mean, I took some selfies with that car, and yeah, it worth. It's looking like really great car. Like you would say, yeah, it's that expensive. It should be that expensive. So the main thing is design, because the designer of this car, Irwin Himmel, who is the founder of this company, before he designed Jaguar, some cars for Jaguar, and this Volkswagen Tiguan and Audi TT. So he's a very well-known designer of his time, and still is a very famous guy. So that's why the design, the outer look is very important. And the engine is from Lamborghini, and it is really a great car. So that's why.
I believe you. I have nothing, So, all right. But your goal was to work for Magna, right?
No, I mean, this was my short-term goal. Like, if I can get Magna for my master thesis, this would be the best thing to have in Austria, in my field, in my direction. So yeah.
And did you get it?
Luckily, I got it. Yes.
Yeah. All right. And what did you do there? Still these basic things, or could you do?
No. There I did the crash analysis. So when crash happens to a car, so how the car will damage and how it will impact to the person sitting inside. So I have to do the simulations and how we can make it better, so the person sitting inside the car is always safe. So this was really a good learning. I learned so many softwares, and because of that, now I am in this position. Like I'm doing this PhD and working as a young researcher or junior scientist or research assistant, however you call it. So this is connected. My master thesis is connected with my PhD. So I was working there with the cars, but now I'm working on the human body and impact on human body. So I just transfer from structure to human body.
So, but
from
still in the
biology.
In the crashes, or
yes.
All right, what can you tell us about? Because this is very, I only, me watching Discovery Channel, and then you see they drive a car into a wall, and those dummies code la la la, and they
Yes,
says how it works. So
yes.
so what can you say to us who are driving every day? Can we do something about it, or just buy a really good car and that's it?
I mean, all you can do is you can look on the Euro NCAP website, which is organizing all these tests. So you can look their safety rating, and if they have good rating, means they have done all these these experiments with all the cars. Like they will hit from the front and then from the side, and then like two cars coming together at the speed of 50 kilometers, and they do all this testing, and then they give this rating. So all you can do as a buyer is to look at the Euro NCAP rating, and this is it. So I also work for this rating. Like my target was to make a 5-star rating for their car. I mean, this car is confidential. I cannot say here publicly, but for their car, the aim was to get 5-star rating, to design in that way, and we succeeded.
Amazing. Tell me how, because smashing cars, right? I can imagine that's one cool thing to do.
I mean, we were not mashing it. We were just doing in the laptop, in the simulations.
Oh, you only do this. You didn't do anything physical?
No. They do it. They do it. We just simulate and estimate. Like, okay, maybe it's 1-2% error. Okay. If we mash cars all the time, then I don't know, the company will be bankrupt.
I don't know.
We have model.
Yeah. Okay.
We have the model of the car, and we have like every conditions. We set the conditions in the lab, in the softwares, like finite element softwares, and we do the simulations. So we set the speed, we set the conditions, like, okay, this is the speed, this is the weight, and this is the direction, and they are coming, and then they predict it.
Wow.
The software will predict it automatically because of the algorithm which is running behind the software. So we don't do in real life.
Oh, I thought you guys are, doing that, and then you.
Maybe they are doing once a year, maybe, but no, even Magna is not doing that much crashes. I mean, this would be really good to see them crashing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was asking. Did you see? Did you pull the trigger and the car goes, and then you go
you
check?
You can watch all these crashes on Euro NCAP website and their YouTube
that's...
channel. They are doing it, and this is very authentic. So.
Yeah, I mean, but. I thought you were doing it. Just to get us there. How much cool is to smash cars? That's what I would imagine. All right. So sounds really interesting, right? Sounds like I messed up while I was growing up. But okay, I'm doing other things now that I really enjoy. But this stuff looks fun. It doesn't look fun to study for me. That's why I don't do it. But how do you find it, right, when you are studying this? I can imagine like there's tons of books, but now being all the time in software and analyzes and write and then articles. Do you also need to write a lot of articles?
Not really. Like, I just need to capture some photo out of the simulations, and I put them in my master thesis and just explain them what I did, and at the end the result matters, So I achieved a good results, and that's how I got a good grade, like 1 in my master thesis, which is the best grade. So nothing, it's just like just all the pictures, nice pictures that I captured during my simulations, and that's it.
So 1 is the worst grade.
Good job, it's quite easy to put them in a report, Once you do a good job, it's quite easy to put in a report, and that's it.
Yeah, I can imagine that. But I just want to say 1 is the worst grade in Slovenia, so you got it.
Yeah, I know.
So that don't go around say, hey, I have 1 in masters in Slovenia. You gotta in Austria. You gotta say, no.
Yeah, I know.
I'm messing with you. But yeah, damn man, that was really. That's like because you're an Indian guy, right? And you're in mechanics and stuff like that. And I'm a gamer geek. Whatever. Do you game a lot as well, or only in these softwares? Because these softwares anyway you game.
I don't play games. Nothing.
You never did?
No, never.
But it's just tell me, it's because you were not, because you couldn't, or because you were so focused on study?
From the childhood, like this kind of thing is in my mind, that if I start doing gaming, then probably I won't be able to focus on my studies. So I just, when I am like eating, then I watch some short videos like what happened in India, so just to stay updated. And if I have time, then I just listen to music, but I don't want to get any addiction out of my studies. So if I
Okay.
have time, I would prefer to go out or walk around,
Mhm.
or travel, but not in the gaming or not in front of screen. I don't like, because I always spend most of my time in front of screen when I work. So I don't like to put more time on screen. So I just don't like it, maybe. But
Right.
it's good. Like at some point I was liking GTA when I was doing engineering,
Mhm.
and I played it, but not really, like I was not addicted to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think it's an addiction, and maybe it's
Yeah,
good for some people. It's
it
really good.
is.
Like
It is. Yeah.
it's helpful for your concentration. But if it's an addiction, then it's a problem. Like people are playing this PUBG game in India, and they are just addicted to it, and which is not nice. And then government has to put some, timeline that they cannot play more than 6 hours or something, and people are just spoiling their life in this game. So
Oh, we don't have that here, and people do spoil their life. So, just being honest with you. All right, then being how good are you at math by your mind that you don't need your calculator? Look, I'm asking this. Somebody might say, "Oh, you're asking Indian guy." That of course you're asking Indian guy. Blah blah blah. But no, I really wanna. I'm really interested. Are you a human calculator? Would you
no,
say?
I'm not. Like I'm just like a normal guy, and many people are far better than me in mathematics. But I'm okay. I would say that.
I'm just a
Yeah.
normal guy. Then we would go do some tests, and I would be like, "That's what normal guys look like," and that's you. You're not a normal
I
guy.
was I was okay. I was like on good side in mathematics,
Hmm.
but I won't say it was my favorite subject. But yeah, I like it at some point. But once I started using calculator, and now I'm using MATLAB and this kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So it's very easy to do everything in MATLAB. Like we just need to put the values. So this is not helping me to think
Yeah.
fast and sharply. But yeah, at some point I was good in mathematics, in all the subjects, including mathematics. So
All right. And now, yeah, of course, that's why we have software and these smartphones and stuff like that to help us be faster and
yeah.
more effective and to use your
To
mind on
stop our
things.
brain not to think well, yeah. To
Yeah.
stop our brain not to think well, yeah. This is why we have softwares.
Yeah, but it's also if you need to calculate everything by yourself, it will take you longer time than when you put the values in terms of
Yeah,
what you're doing now. I mean,
yeah, this is true. I mean, but yeah, at some point we need it so we can do in practical life as well.
mm,
But I mean, it's okay. I'm not against it or something. Yeah, it's very
yeah.
helpful thing. Yeah.
All right, and so now you're doing PhD. You're at Magna. Is that it, or did you move on
No,
from?
no, now I'm in Slovenia. I
Hmm.
was like finished my master thesis there, and now I'm in Slovenia and doing, like, I'm working here and doing my PhD in field of biomechanics.
And you're also working in the field of biomechanics.
No, my job is also doing some research, and
Hmm.
parallelly I'm doing my PhD. Like they are connected.
Hmm.
So I'm working in biomechanics, and I'm also doing my PhD in this field. I have to publish some research papers in the field of biomechanics, hopefully soon. I don't know what to publish, but I have to publish something.
All right. And where do you work? I don't know which biomechanics companies here in Slovenia. I mean,
No, I'm employed by the University of Ljubljana.
okay.
Yeah, in the Department of Simulation and Modeling, and it's focusing on biomechanics. And we have some funding from Slovenian Research Agency.
Hmm.
So it's a funded project by them, and we have to do some thing for them to
And
do some
then write
research.
papers on it, and
Yes, to publish paper is a must thing in PhD. At least I have to write 2 PhD papers, research papers in a
yeah.
nice publication in nice journals. So
And you don't know what you gotta write about.
yeah, still don't know. Like I know what I have to write, but it's like at this point the research is very limited. Like what I have to do is
Hmm.
not publicly available, so I cannot do anything. I have to like more brainstorm. I have to
Hmm.
do more brainstorming and this kind of stuff. So writing a research paper is something very new. Like you have to discover something new and then you publish something. So it's quite difficult, but hopefully I will succeed in 6 months. Some
All
idea
right.
will come in my mind.
Wow, we cheer for that, you know. So that let's go biomechanics. That is the future, they say as well. A lot of it.
Yeah.
All right, and living in India and coming to Austria and now being in Slovenia, how do
Yeah.
you find it here?
It's quite similar to Austria, but people are more friendly here, more nice.
Really?
Yeah, compared to Austria, I would say Austrian people are a little bit more conservative to their culture. They're not opening up that much. So that's what I have to learn German, because they were not talking to me in English. So now I can speak German, but here I don't need to learn Slovene because people are talking to me in English.
Yeah.
So they're more free, flexible, and nice people, I would say. I
All
really
right.
like it. Now I am appreciating Slovenia more than Austria, so I like it. Where I live is the best country in the world, so this is what I think. So.
Okay. We take that. We take that. But tell me, how strong is how not how strong, how good is for you to have other Indian people in here and help you accommodate, if they help you accommodate in any way?
No, it's not about this. Like, yeah, if I need help, they are there. Few people are there, but I just got to know them recently. So, but they are just there because sometimes we just get bored of speaking English all the time, and we just want to speak our own language, Hindi. And so there are a few people here whom I can talk in Hindi and just feel relaxed, and at least we have some similar mindset, so we can talk about India and planning something, and this is how it is. But we are all like, at some point we are all individual. We are just focusing on our own work, on our research, and but it's good to have Indians so we can at least have some communication, celebrations together. So
Yeah, tell me how. so to go. All right, we covered the engineering, the career part. We get you're really into it. You're.
oh my God, okay.
I mean, come on, man. You are a smart guy. You know what you're doing. You're really focused. You know you.
Okay.
It's really how to say, something to be proud of and
Thank you.
appreciated. Yeah. So
Thank you.
now to get you a little bit more from the other side, right? Coming from India, and you mentioned also a god before. So how is that related relation for you, the spiritual
With
side?
God or
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you believe, but coming from India, we know Hinduism is one of the strongest there. I don't know if you are part of it or not.
Mhm.
So, sorry, tell us a little bit more if you do practice that or.
No, I don't do practice or something. I don't do worship every day or something. But I believe like there is a God. I don't know who is he. Maybe it's Jesus or it's Lord Ganesha or any Hindu god or any god. There is a power, and that is there to help me. This is what I think. And I believe in karma. So if I do good karma, I will get something good. So I don't worship, but I do good karma. I believe in helping people and doing some good karma.
All right.
So I
But
don't worship or something, but I respect some of the Indian things, like we are vegetarian, we are not killing any animal, so I support it because they also have a right to live. And we have such a family thing, like we are very united and together when it comes to family. So we are not like as European in this term. And like my grandparents took me for the studies there because they know it's good for my future. So we have a big bonding, and this is very nice in Indian culture. And we are doing yoga, Ayurveda, all this stuff, which is like, I think after COVID, it's very popular everywhere in the world. And yeah, these are the good things in my culture, and I appreciate. There are some bad things in my culture which I don't appreciate, and it's in every religion. There are some good things, some bad things, and you should just appreciate good things and go with them.
yeah, so all right, how do you how do you do celebrations with your family now? You're very united, but you're not at home.
Yeah, so then I don't do it because I'm here. So maybe I will just celebrate here with the Indian people if I have some opportunities, or I just do video call and celebrate it. But nothing like I'm not that crazy to do celebration. If I'm there, I want to enjoy that moment. If I'm here, I will probably find some people here with whom I can celebrate or enjoy my time. But usually it's like when we're do or celebrate something there, it's not holiday here because they don't know what festival is it here. So we usually work and it's okay.
All right, got it. All right, tell me, this is also what I wanted to ask you, and you already mentioned it after COVID, yoga, Ayurveda. So you're practicing yoga every day, or
Not really. Not really, but I know yoga. When I was 5 years old, I was doing yoga every day for at least 2, 3 years, and I was very flexible and very good in it. But after that, when I moved to this boarding school, then I couldn't manage to do it all the times because we have tight schedule in the morning. Like we have to go for running, doing exercise, and come back. I was doing some exercises, but not yoga. And but after COVID, I was focusing more into the diet, like what not on the yoga side, but on the diet, on the Ayurveda side. I was focusing, and yeah, sometimes I do yoga and pranayamas, like more onto that side I do as well, but not regularly, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I'm a little bit, not that fit, but I want to fit.
all right, well, then you can still do it.
Yeah,
All right, Ayurveda you mentioned. Why?
yeah.
Why would you recommend that for us? I assume you would. I'm assuming now that you would recommend it. Why?
Yes, of course. So Ayurveda is life science. I would say the literal translation is science because in Veda, Slovenia is also science. Yeah, you say Veda means science in Slovene language as well. So this is life science, and it has so many good things that we should adapt in and do in everyday life, like the cleaning our body and to eat food in the right time, right combination, and all this stuff which I'm doing, and it helped me a lot. Like before, my weight was like around 80 kgs, but just by doing and following some Ayurvedic stuff and habits I changed, I lose it to 70 without doing any exercise. So 10 kg. I mean, it took me time, but I did it, and yeah, it's really helping me in all the ways, and I feel more healthy when I'm following this kind of stuff. So, and even many of my friends, I recommended them some things, their issues, and now they are feeling quite good about them. Like here as well in Slovenia, one of my friends, like suffering from this, acidity after food, and I suggested him like, okay, just take this seeds after food, and you will be better, and something like this. So it's like helping, and if I can help and suggest someone something, then I do it.
All right, I have this cough.
Yeah.
What do I take for the coughing?
Maybe ginger would be good for you. Ginger and some hot tea. This is probably you know it, so this is
All right.
nothing special. But ginger is very helpful in cough, I would say.
How do I use it? Just take it, or do I
No,
need
if
to
you're cough,
squeeze
just take
it?
a little bit, a small bite of it, and put it in your mouth, and just chew it slowly. Like just enjoy it, and don't chew it totally, and just it will just kill all your bacteria here. So this is how you should do it for cough.
All right, so a little bit of ginger, I peel it, put it in my mouth, and I chew it, and the juices coming out of the ginger.
Yeah, just enjoy the juice. Don't chew it that much. Just put here in between your like teeth there, and that's it.
All right.
This is how it is. This is, I think, the ginger is the best thing because this kapha is like one of, like there are 3 diseases in Ayurveda: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So this is from kapha, and ginger is one of the best things to use when you have kapha issues.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I hope I have some at home. Otherwise, we'll go to the.
You can buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. I will go to the store tomorrow. Because I wanna, this is the only thing left from COVID for me. I didn't have that bad COVID, just tiredness, some small fever, and headache. But yeah.
You should do pranayams. They will definitely help you if you do pranayams.
All right. What is that?
This is like breathing exercise that helps you to make your lungs stronger.
Yeah, I need to do something now to get back in shape because I am destroyed, to be honest.
Okay.
I want to. If I lay down, I will fall asleep. That's how wasted I am.
Weakness, yeah. So you definitely do this pranayams. Maybe I can send you the link afterward.
Send me.
And you do the pranayam, and it is like this is the best thing you do for your lungs. because it's all about breathing exercises. You do everything with your lungs in this, and this gives you so much energy and positivity at the same time. So I think you should go for it.
All right, I accept the ginger and pranayams. We will apply it.
Yes.
Already can do it today. So send me the links. All right, one last question, always for the end. Tell me, what is the most important thing for you in a romantic relationship? I don't know if you have a girlfriend or not, but just, you know, coming from the other part of the world, getting to know different cultures and stuff like that. I know you said I'm career focused, but sooner or later, you know, you're a man, you like ladies, so.
Oh yeah. For a romantic relationship.
Yeah, or for, you know, yeah. It's a simple question. I'm not gonna add any other question.
Okay, so I would say, like, for a good relationship, humor is must. Humor is must. Because if you don't make fun, if you don't like laugh together, I think you cannot enjoy it. Like, life becomes boring after some time if you are so serious, and there must be some humor, there must be some twist in the life, some change of the taste and mood. So this is what I think is important. And yeah, humor, I think humor is the key. Because when you laugh together, you enjoy it really well. When you are not laughing together, when you're not happy, you're not laughing, then life seems very boring, and then your mind is not stable and it starts searching someone else somewhere else. So I think this is a very important thing, and trust is also very important, and being honesty is very important. So this is what I can say.
Humor, trust, and honest. Great.
Yeah.
We take it. And when you were saying about humor, I was at first, really, that's the first thing you say, humor, but then you explain it, and it really is that way. If you cannot have life together, your mind will start search other more interesting.
Yeah, because our brain is always looking for happiness somewhere in the world, and if it's not there in our house, then it will look outside. So that's why we watch comedy shows. That's why this is what we do. So it's very important. Fun is very important.
Awesome. I agree. And you know, we gotta make a clip. So Karina already knows everything. We will make it because it is what you're saying is on point. And I think we do take life too seriously in general, especially here. I don't know how you see it, the Slovenians, but
no, they are good. Like, everyone is good, I think. We should
good, but you know,
everyone and love everyone. This is how it is. Just accept everyone. They are good.
Yeah,
at some point.
I got that, and I agree. You gotta accept them the way it is, but in general, it is a bit more of bitterness than having fun. That's what I meant. I mean, not bitterness, but the seriousness. You know, everything is so serious and heavy and significant, when in fact it might not be, and it still be okay if you don't take it that way. That's what I meant.
Yeah, life shouldn't be that serious. Like, just enjoy it and have fun and be more tolerant to the people. Like, people have become very, like, you know, unstable nowadays. They have so much anxiety because of the cell phones they are using. All the time. They are so quick, like they cannot wait anymore. Their patience is totally ended by the cell phones. Like, they are using these Insta reels and I don't know, TikTok. So they cannot focus for anything for more than 10 seconds. Like, that's why they designed it this way. And this is why patience has gone, and with the patience we feel like so much anxiety inside us, and this is how this humor is gone. We just see humor like not in real world but in virtual world, and this is really a bad thing. And I want to find humor in real life, not just in television or on internet.
Yeah, but the thing now is, right, if we just touch this topic, if you find humor in real life and you laugh at the same thing in real life what you would laugh on telephone is okay, but in real life you might insult somebody. you might be, you know what I mean?
Yes, this is the
So
point. Yeah,
yeah,
this is the point.
so you kind of then everybody gets insulted really fast these days in real life.
Yes, yes, this
Whether
is true. This
yeah,
is what I'm facing here. Like people are really offended so quickly, and I just tell them that okay, you can make fun of me as well. Just don't feel insulted and enjoy. But it's okay.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe they will change.
yeah.
Hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly. But it's it's what you're saying is right. That is also why it's so easy on one hand to succeed online. If you do really good short videos, you will rapidly succeed. But if you put like a content with the meaning that actually needs time and attention and awareness and patience, it's kind of
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
There is no
yeah,
shortcut for
yeah,
success, you know.
exactly,
So
exactly. Yeah. So
just love what you are doing, and you are doing the best. Just think this way, and yeah, it will be all right.
thank you. Thank you for these words, for everything you said. No, man, you really are a man on point, and I really, how to say in English would be saying, I really dig you. Thank you, Narendra, for being here. So just tell
My
me how it
pleasure.
was for you.
It was really great. You are a good listener, and I just hope that with this interview, at least some people will understand my thinking or our thinking together, and it will be helpful at least for teenagers because our main topic of discussion was on the teenagers.
Mhm.
So I hope they will see it and enjoy it, and yeah,
And appreciate what they have, especially in this part of the world. Um,
yes, of course, they should be very thankful what they have. They didn't born in India or Africa or some other poor country, so they should be really thankful to it. They are the luckiest guys. So
Tell them that. Tell them, you know what I mean? Really, really. I did workshops for a lot of teenagers and they're not the happiest, the
I
luckiest.
know.
I mean, they don't see it that way. But, to each his own. Thank you for your acknowledgement, for what you said about me. Appreciate it. And this is it
Thank
for
you so
today,
much.
guys. Yeah, thank you,
I really
Narendra.
enjoyed it.
I did
Thank you.
too. Thank you, everybody who were with us. If you have any question for this guy, find him online. He's a good guy. He will luckily answer you. If you're engineers, that's the guy to go to. And
Okay.
or if you're interested in engineering and want to know more about it, right?
Sure,
Um,
sure, sure. They can contact me.
yeah. Thank you for
Okay.
being that open. And what's next for us tomorrow? Online hub and blah 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 blah. Stay tuned to this channel. If you're new here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, put the bell on so you will know when we are live. Until next time, all the best. Bye bye.
It has been a really, really long day, and I'm trying hard to keep the world away. We gotta keep the fireside is burning safe. Well, I can see in your eyes, losing you, this I can't deny. I don't need you tonight, 'cause I've used up all my time. Gone away, why don't you stay with me? There's a will, there is a way. 'Cause it's the little things that keep me going on. I need you smiling more. It's the silly stuff that we just can't ignore. It's the little things that keep me going on. I need you smiling more. It's the silly stuff that we just can't ignore. It has been a really, really long day, and I'm trying hard to keep the world away. Songs are brewing, time is moving, am I getting insane? Memories are sipping slowly, I remember the day you were gone with the smoke, never came back. So I light my cigarette and watch it burn to the ash. Little things that keep me going on. I need you smiling more. It's the silly stuff that we just can't ignore. 'Cause it's the little things that keep me going on. I need you smiling more. And it's the silly stuff that we just can't ignore. Little things that keep me going on. I need you smiling more. It's the silly stuff that we just can't ignore. 'Cause it's the little things that keep me going on. I need you smiling more. It's the silly stuff that we just can't ignore.